that a lot of people get hung up on a lot. And I think we should probably explain a little bit why we think Nick should be at one page. But just because Nick is at one page doesn't necessarily mean you have to be, you the listener, or the, you can tell we're podcast people, you the viewer at home has to be. So I think we want to talk a little bit about, quick pause, digress, and let's talk about resume length as a concept before.
So there's a sort of a soft rule of thumb for it, which is if you're under 10 years, your resume should be a page. If you're over 10 years, you have a lot more flexibility. You can go to 1.5 pages or 2. If you are under 10 years of experience, you can absolutely go over a page, but the way I recommend thinking about it is if you're under 10 years and your resume is over a page, that's an eyebrow raiser. So if you're going over a page, you need to be really, really justifying with the content that you have why you have exceeded that length. Typically, if you're around 11, 12, 13 years of experience within your field, 1.5 pages is pretty normal. 2 pages is really best for if you either had a longer career or you're at something like an executive level. But it really should be dictated first and foremost by the amount of content that you bring to the table practically.
Okay. The bottom line is that it comes down to the resume being the length it needs to be tight. And when I say tight, I mean the information that is on there is all 100% relevant, no filler, right? If you find yourself wandering to another page and you're putting on stuff that kind of fits what you want, but it doesn't necessarily achieve the goal that you have, that you set out for this resume, you can likely cut it. And there are certain circumstances. It also depends on where you're applying. Universities, government roles tend to have longer resumes, and if you're applying overseas in the UK or anywhere like that, their standards are a little bit different. A longer resume or CV is to be expected there. Yeah. Also, if you're in the world of academia, academia will have that. But yeah, basically the rule is use your page space like a precious commodity. Everything you put on there should be, you should get the maximum result out of any page space you use.
You want to avoid negative space, which is, for example, this big old column on the left-hand side document would qualify as negative